What is going on, you guys? It's the Gemmy Fan here on Gemmy Master Animatronics, and what we have here today to show you is one of my almost all-time favorite Gemmy animatronics of the late 90s. This one is the hip-swinging skeleton. This is one of the very first of the hip swingers, the miniature series, as you can see, because it has a small base. They never made a full-size character of the skeleton, although they did make a full-size character of the Frankenstein, which I've yet to acquire. I really do want the Frankenstein as well to go with this guy, because those were pretty much the only two Halloween hip swingers that were made at the time. So I really would like the Frankenstein to go with this, and they're easy to find. I mean, you find those just about anywhere. But yeah, it did come with a box. I got this maybe about 5 or 6 years ago at Goodwill, and a whole bunch of 90s Halloween stuff. Just nothing but 90s. It was awesome. I think I paid $5 for this. But it did come with a box. Box is still with it. As you can see, it says Hip Swinging Skeleton, Halloween Factory. Plays Puttin On The Ritz. Now, the original speaker did end up going out on this, so I replaced the speaker. Works just fine. And I know you may think, oh, it sounds muffled. That's how it's supposed to sound. That's just how the sound quality was on the animatronics back then, so it's not that much you can do about that. It says swings to the music, plays Puttin On The Ritz. Arms move up and down. It's got a nice little description on the back of the box. It says, push the button and get ready to be entertained this Halloween. This dapper skeleton dressed in his tuxedo will start to dance, swinging his hips and moving his arms to the hit song, Puttin On The Ritz. You have to see it to believe it. You know, back then, copyright 1998, Jimmy's Church Corporation, but back then, you know, the reason so many of these types of items were being produced was because it was so new. It was so new to society and so new to the world, having these little miniature synchronized animated characters to put out and display, which is such an interesting trend back then. And as you can see, it's very faint right there, but it's a CVS. These things were sold at CVS for 10 bucks. Not a bad price at all. Now, looking at the skeleton himself, he works great. Haven't had to do a single thing to him except, like I said, replace the speaker quite a while ago. He's a little bit dusty from sitting in the box, but I use him every year. He's a great little animatronic. I love the look of this. I love the look of the skeleton, but they also made one that sits down and bobs his head and moves his mouth to the same song. I just like how plain he is, and he works great. Not a single problem with him. Just a nice little animatronic overall. So that's pretty much all I have to say about him. So without further ado, we'll show him to you. And that's pretty much what he does. We'll play him one last time.